From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Friday, July 31st. It is the last day of July. Can you believe it? And it's going to start to feel more like it. We're going to be increasing those temps to the mid-80s and more clouds, chance of rain, maybe even a thunderstorm is going to be here by late afternoon, evening. That's going to gear us up for a wet start to the weekend. A lot of rain, Saturday morning especially. Things will taper off in the afternoon, but there are chances for storms and showers around through Saturday.
Your day moves fast. Your news should too. That's why there's a new and improved Wish TV app bringing you more local news, breaking alerts, live streaming, weather forecasts, radar, and Indiana sports all in one place. Customize your news feed to see the stories that matter most to you and get the information you need when you need it. Download the new and improved Wish TV app today on iOS or Android and take News 8 with you everywhere.
A man and woman are dead after two separate shootings in Indianapolis last night. Both happened at around 9:30 p.m. The first was east of downtown near Hendricks Place and Washington Street. Police found a woman who had been shot. Investigators say a male person of interest is in custody. We do not know his age. The second shooting happened on Hovenweep Way. That's in a neighborhood on the city's northeast side. Officers say they found evidence of a crime there. Police say the man was shot in the neighborhood and then drove to a gas station at the intersection of 42nd Street and Franklin Road. He later died at the hospital. Police have not said what led up to either of the shootings. West Lafayette police now say an abducted baby has been found safe and a person of interest is in custody. The FBI and local law enforcement were able to intercept a bus in Louisville, Kentucky, and safely recover the child last night. Police say a person alerted officers after recognizing the missing baby from pictures posted on social media. Police say that even though the child has been located, this is still an active investigation. People in Lynn are mourning fallen town marshal Brad Fisher. Family, friends, and neighbors gathered at a vigil last night to reflect on the impact he made both on and off the job. Wish TV's Justin Razavi was there as the community came together to pay respects.
In the small town of Lynn, Brad Fisher loomed large as a Swiss Army knife of public service. At his vigil, his family and friends remembered him as someone whose passing leaves an unfillable gap in the town.
My dad was truly a one-of-a-kind man who touched the lives and hearts of so many people.
In Lynn, a town of less than 1,000 people, seemingly the entire community came out to honor Brad Fisher during the vigil Thursday night, a day after he lost his life in the line of duty.
He put his life on the line for us, for our safety.
Fisher had many roles in the town of Lynn. He served as town marshal and spent 27 years with the police department. He was also captain of the fire department, managed the town's street department, and coached the Randolph Southern baseball team to its only sectional championship in school history.
Man, he was a worker. He put everything he had into everything he did.
At his vigil, held at the baseball diamond of his alma mater, Randolph Southern Junior and Senior High School, attendees wore Chicago Cubs gear or Cubs blue, a nod to Fisher's huge fanship of the team.
I am 100% a Reds fan, and Brad Fisher, for all the years I knew him, said, "Ken, one day I'll get you in Cubbies blue."
Brad always tried to get me to wear a Cubs shirt, and I said that there's no possibility, there's no reason I will ever wear one. But tonight I wear it in honor from a friend.
But it was not his resume or his love of baseball that was the main focus of the vigil, but Fisher's character.
But above all, there's a hole in humanity today because Brad Fisher is not with us in the flesh anymore.
We love and miss you, Dad, and we'll make sure your legacy lives on forever.
Brad Fisher was 50 years old. He leaves behind a wife, two children who both went into public service, one a sheriff's deputy, the other a school teacher, and an entire town of friends and admirers. I'm Justin Razavi for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
A 3-mile-long procession from Muncie to Union City also honored Brad Fisher. More than a dozen state and local agencies were there. A lot of people also came out to watch the procession.
He'd do anything for anybody. He wore many hats. He was a good friend, good law enforcement officer, just somebody that's going to be tremendously missed.
I just remember him because he was happy. He was always happy. He Didn't have a crossword for anybody.
So far, funeral plans for Fisher have not been announced. Cases of that severe stomach bug plaguing the country have now reached over 1,100 here in Indiana. As of yesterday, the Indiana Department of Health reports that the total number of reported cases of cyclosporasis in the state are 1,176. Allen County still has the most with 241. Marion County has 98 reported cases. 50% of the cases are women and girls. 43% are men and boys. Health officials are still trying to track down the source. Previous outbreaks, though, have been linked to bagged salad mixes and other fresh produce. The CDC reports that more than 6,000 cases have been lab confirmed and more than 11,000 require further investigation. Indiana's Medicaid program will soon cover select GLP-1 medications. Governor Mike Braun says the state will join federal demonstration programs aimed at expanding access to the popular weight loss drugs. Under the agreement, Indiana will pay about $85 per person each month after the federal contribution. The program will also include lifestyle support at no additional cost to the state. Eligibility requirements and a start date have not been announced yet. The Indiana Attorney General's office is suing the town of Maryville over the town council's opposition to ICE detention facilities. Todd Rokita made the announcement while discussing immigration enforcement at a stop in Gary. Tim Spears with Indiana's I-Team was there.
Attorney General Todd Rokita said this lawsuit is the first enforcement action under the Fairness Act. The new law requires all governmental bodies in Indiana to comply with ICE detainer requests and prevents any policies that get in the way of federal immigration enforcement. Rokita was in Gary touring a local trucking company, discussing new legislation increasing immigration enforcement and requiring commercial truck drivers to pass an English skills test. He said that's led to about 1,800 Indiana CDLs being revoked. But he's also been attempting to have the Maryville Town Council rescind a resolution it passed in January, opposing any new ICE facilities in town. Rokita provided emails showing town officials contacting private businesses to prevent the Department of Homeland Security from buying or leasing property for an ICE facility. Rokita says that is in direct violation of the Fairness Act.
Now, it's one thing if a site's picked and there's a zoning board meeting or there's some other kind of meeting and they're able to have an intelligent, specific discussion about why that site won't work. That's not what this resolution did. This resolution categorically said, not in Maryville. And that's aiding and abetting illegal aliens, putting them above U.S. citizens.
The Attorney General said he's discovered 2 pending deals for DHS that the council's actions prevented. The lawsuit was just filed Thursday afternoon. Rokita wants to see the town rescind its resolution and stop getting in the way of DHS. Reporting in Gary, Tim Spears, Indiana's I-Team.
The Martindale-Brightwood neighborhood is celebrating its past, present, and future. The Pre-Enact Festival was yesterday. It brought together community organizations, artists, musicians, and neighbors to reimagine the future of the Northeast Side community. The event held games, showcased live animals and art while focusing on connecting people. The Folklore Mini Museum also showed off the heritage and history of the community using artifacts that many neighbors donated. One community leader says the future is preserving the historic neighborhood.
It's always good to know about your history, and then once you understand the history of a community, then you can help grow it and develop it as well. So we don't want to steer away from the historical aspects of Martindale-Brightwood, but also we welcome new activity, new people, and new things within the community.
The event also marks a $5.5 million investment from Lilly Endowment to help expand opportunities for students and families in the area. Thousands of people are in Indianapolis for the return of Gen Con. The largest tabletop gaming convention in North America started yesterday at the Indiana Convention Center. You can buy and play board games, card games, and computer games at the convention. The event has drawn fans from around the world. One person from Baltimore says this is her 13th Gen Con here. For her, it's just a family affair.
My dad was a huge nerd. He was always playing D&D in our house with a big group of friends. So when me and my 2 little younger brothers were finally old enough, he was like, why don't we take the family to Gen Con and see what they think?
The convention runs through Sunday. Tickets for the convention, though, are sold out. But you can go to the free block parties. Those are in front of Lucas Oil Stadium. They run from 9 in the morning to 8 p.m. today and tomorrow, then 9 to 4 on Sunday. Day 3 of Colts training camp starts today, and there's a lot of excitement around the team, especially with all-pro defensive lineman DeForest Buckner back on the field. Angela Morian caught up with him 7 months after a major neck surgery.
Joy, relief, you know what I mean? It's just a big sigh of relief for real.
The process of getting back on the field after neck surgery hasn't been the easiest one for Colts veteran defensive tackle DeForest Buckner. After 7 long months of recovery and rehab, Buckner is excited to return to training camp with his team.
It felt like a graduation day for me personally, you know what I mean, getting to this point from where I started on New Year's Eve, pretty much being in the bed, not being able to move around. I mean, I couldn't even pick my kids up and stuff like that. You know, I couldn't pick anything up for, heavier than 10 pounds for the first, couple weeks. It was frustrating, but, just kept my faith and kept working and, trusting the doctors and my trainers. I mean, now I'm just happy to be at this point.
While it's been great to see Buckner out here on the field at Grand Park, he's still only focusing on individual drills. He hasn't participated in any team reps just yet. The Colts say they want to take it slow with the veteran, make sure he's available for Week 1 against the Ravens.
Physically I feel great, but it's the mental part, you know what I mean? Getting past that mental block of, trusting yourself and trusting that everything's fine. So, that's probably going to be the, biggest hurdle, but I think I'm going to be fine.
Guys that play in this league for a long time, they have a level of consistency is really what it comes down to. The hard work, the effort they put in, it's no surprise these guys play for as long as they have. And when they go through injuries, those guys that are committed to getting back, they do everything in their power to do it. And Buckner's one of those guys, and so I'm not surprised that he's back out here.
The 3-time Pro Bowler enters his 11th season in the league and last year of his contract with the Colts. He says he still has a lot of motivation to be at his best.
This is a thing for me to prove to myself and nobody else that I can still play at a high level, and I'm still going to play at a high level. And at the end of the season, we'll see where everything is.
Buckner's hoping that includes getting Indy to the playoffs for the first time in 6 years. Angela Morian, Wish TV and WishTV.com.
In college football, IU's coach says the team is putting in the work now, about a month away from the start of the season. The Hoosiers take on North Texas on September 5th. It will be the team's first game since winning the national championship. Andrew Chernoff spent the day with IU in Chicago at the Big Ten Media Day.
I think they both have talent.
All eyes were on the reigning national champs Thursday at Big Ten Media Days.
Did a lot for our state, our town, our university, our fan base. The way we took over the CFP in the Rose Bowl, the Peach Bowl, and down in Miami, it was really unbelievable. So good things happen when you win.
The Hoosiers enter this season as the hunted, not the hunter, having won their first ever title in January. Target is on your back now. What's been the message to these guys on the roster?
Target is on our back, but we bought a bigger gun.
Simple as that?
Yeah.
Head coach Curt Cignetti has been the architect of what has arguably been the biggest turnaround in college football history. What you guys have built, is it still surreal how quick this has all turned things around?
I mean, not really. We're used to winning. The staff that's been together, it's what we do.
Coach Cignetti is a guy that's going to go out there, and some people might think he's brash or he's arrogant. He makes some of these comments. But as a player, from a player's perspective, you see a guy that has full belief in his players. He's going to go out there and make these comments and stick his neck out because he has belief in his players. And as a player, when you see that and you see a coach that has full confidence in you, you want to go play your heart out for that guy.
The Hoosiers know it will be a challenge if they hope to hoist this trophy by season's end once again, especially considering that they play in the conference that has crowned the last 3 national champions. I asked Cignetti if he believes the Big Ten is the best conference in college football, and he said simply, come on, look at the numbers.
It's a big challenge. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I can tell you that.
We have that confidence that this is the best conference. It's a gauntlet week in, week out. Everyone can play, and any team can be any team on any given week. So you have to prepare.
IU, ready to show the conference and the world it's not only never daunted, but also never satisfied. In Chicago, Andrew Chernoff, Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Franklin native and the number 3 pick in the 2023 Major League Baseball draft, Max Clark, is making his move to the big leagues. MLB.com reports the Tigers are calling Clark up to the majors as soon as today's game against the Athletics, though no official announcement's been made by the team yet. We brought the story to you as breaking news end of daybreak yesterday. Clark has spent the last 3 years climbing the Tigers minor league system. He is batting .276 with 11 home runs in a triple already this season. The Pacers are bringing back a classic look with a modern twist. You can see it at wishtv.com. The team unveiled the new Gold Statement Edition uniforms yesterday, featuring pinstripes inspired by the jerseys first introduced in 1997. The design also includes Indiana across the chest, state outline on the shorts, and a Boom Baby tag honoring Pacers legend Bobby Slick Leonard. The new jerseys will arrive September 1st. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordo. Watch us on Wish TV and wishtv.com. Have a great weekend.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.